Today, we talk about...
It is April Fool.
All right.
You
Got
stole your
him.
mother's pocket.
So, next topic, guys. I'm very excited to discuss this with you. So, here's something that's been bothering me. You talk to moms, right? And you talk to older folks. Yeah, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. It's coming. It's coming.
I'll just have a cheese slice.
So, I love how you hear the older, quote, generation go, these kids are always on their phones. But
What, you just go on Reddit to make up all these comments?
no. What? You don't
It's
hear
so
people
cliche.
saying
Yeah,
this
but it's
all
so
the time? It's very
cliche.
cliche.
Let him finish. Let him finish. It's untrue.
But my point is, I don't think it's so bad that kids are always on their phone. Because, dude, you literally have access to the entire fucking world on this shit. Every form of entertainment imaginable is on this thing.
Yeah, including
and you're
porn, which
expecting to
screw kids
compete
up.
as a human being? Like, how do you expect to compete with this?
Well, what's the point you're making?
Yeah.
My point is, why are we so shocked that the younger generation is always on the phone?
Because you're missing out on life in front of you, man.
I disagree. Life is here now.
No, it's not. That's one
You
version
guys
of
are,
it.
off
That's
the-
one
There,
version
so
of
no,
it.
no. It's not
All right,
where
we're going to road.
okay. So I think
He's answering the talk.
there's been a transition period where people, I think kids now are used to the social media kind of thing. I think our generation kind of grew up with it and weren't even sure how to act in general because
we
you
grew up
would
playing
everything. Yeah,
jumping
well,
jacks.
okay, yeah. I grew up playing jumping. I'm not 48.
Dude, time the fuck out. We might have to sidebar this. What did you do growing up? I need to hear this. What the fuck?
What was your childhood like?
I have to side
Is that why you're stuck on the phone because you're escaping this jumping jack?
the father's jumping jack.
Yeah, it's it.
I had a box of cereal and fish the prizes out.
No, I think people.
Well, not pepper jacks.
Apple Jacks?
Cracker Jack. Good.
Oh, Cracker Jack.
I got
That's not a game either.
That's a food. I got a sidebar the sidebar. Because the last time this happened, someone actually commented, "Wait, you're actually 41?" No, he made a joke, guys.
He's
I'm not 41. You got me. All right, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so I just think we lived in a kind of weird generation where phones started to become mainstream, and I think our kids 10 years older than us really had that kind of transition.
Kids.
Well, 10 years older or younger than us, sorry, but they had that kind of transition, and I think that's what freaked people out because you saw a lot of people kids get depressed, have mental issues.
But that's not
because a
what
lot
I'm
of it's on
talking
social media. But no, that's why people got scared about the phones. But I think kids now, it's the same way. Any kind of new technology was very new. And then people had to transition, become used to it, and the second generation after the introduction of technology usually knows how to adapt with it more.
Sure.
I think the kids are.
But I'm not talking
The
about
kids are all right.
acclimation to technology. What I'm talking about is you literally. This is an insane.
Yeah, but look at
feat.
hookup culture and stuff. I'm saying the kids that have grown up with it are doing better at it than the generation that kind of did that quick transition because there wasn't a natural.
AKA, this is not an evil
hybrid.
thing. This is.
No, I think
No, I
it
think
all
it's evil.
depends. I think it depends. You're taking away from people
All right,
developing social
Yes,
skills.
let's hear from Billy now.
Who?
Go ahead.
That's me.
Go ahead.
I think it depends on the context because what you're doing is you're depriving them of developing their social skills. So if you're at a doctor's office and everyone's glued on their phone, now when it's time to go talk to someone, they're worried about somebody that they're not relevant in their life and they're concerned with their social
That's a
media.
fair argument, but
image.
can I give a counter argument?
No, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
So I think it varies on.
He said doctor. He was like, and by the way.
So I think that's
Change the boundaries.
It stems from it. People are going to complain they're always on their phone, but it depends on what they're doing on their phone and why they're always on it. Obviously, it's a tool and it has like you said, access to a million different things. It plugs you into the rest of the world, but you also have to notice about what's going on around you and don't forget to read, people's social cues and body language and stuff.
Agreed.
So I think it varies.
But for example, McDonald's now, right? They have auto service.
Cracker Jack.
Pepper Jack.
Hold on. All right.
They have an auto serve McDonald's. There's no more man. I take
Okay, that
your
is-
order and interacting
that's
with a
weird.
regular. Just let me finish. There's no interacting with a regular person. It's plug in your thing as if this is a phone now. Plug in what you want. Touch screen. Day. Here's your order. So the world, I think, is shifting towards this. The
Yeah,
same way
which is why
phone
I'm
calls
saying
are dead
I'm not
and
saying get
everyone
rid of
texts
this.
now.
Yeah, absolutely. But dude, that's McDonald's. I want a fucking
Why is
Big Mac.
McDonald's doing that? They're trying to make more money. How are they making more money? Because
they're not
connecting with
paying
how
somebody.
humanity
Yeah, no, it's because they're not paying somebody.
They're not
Let's hear
paying
from
somebody.
Chow.
I'm confused.
Dude, if you go to a restaurant, you can't do that same thing. You want to know about the wine or the
Wait,
meal.
Chowder's probably the youngest one here.
It's the same
Hold on.
concept.
Chowder's the youngest one here.
I'm 15.
All I'm gonna say is boomers are full of shit. My mom's on her phone way more than I am. She's on Facebook. Like, she shows me some of the boomer drama that goes on. Dude, I was like,
They don't know how to handle
shit.
it.
They don't.
They
actually-
believe everything.
they
Every
just-
like fake meme, everything.
Well, they
They're like,
argue.
"This is true."
Literally, it's like people that are friends in real life, like they get into like bullshit political arguments, whereas our generation will do the same thing, but will be anonymous on like Reddit or like a different thing, where these people are putting all their crazy ass bullshit and just shoving it into Facebook. And boomers need to get off social media.
Well, they just don't know anything.
They don't know how to handle it. Like I think the
That's
younger
what I'm saying,
generation.
yeah.
I
They-
mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. If I were a parent and I
Yeah, you're getting
little
fucked.
kids and they're just like fucking swiping on Tinder, trying to get laid all the time, going out to like random, I'd be worried too. But I don't think that's the case for most kids. I think people are just, they're just on their phones because there's a ton of bullshit on there. It's really
Well, see,
entertaining.
I disagree with bullshit, but I want to get your take before.
No, there is
Well,
bullshit. There is bullshit. It's just if they're doing it or not.
I wasn't necessarily saying bullshit negatively. There's just like some
I see
shit
what
just
you
do
mean.
it. Yeah.
All right, what's your take on this?
Like I said, I'm
What
still-
side are you on? Are you on my side or their side?
I'm confused as to what the sides are.
Phones are
But-
good, phones are bad. No phones.
I mean, in general, I would say that it's my biggest issue, especially being a parent, I suppose,
Well, actually, yeah, you're the only parent.
that we know of, is that it's very difficult to set boundaries
On the phone.
on technology on anything that has access to the internet, right? You can restrict certain sites, but there's always ways around it. You can block one thing and another thing pops up, or even when you were a kid in high school, right? You're always finding like, oh, I log into this VPN,
Right.
and now I can get around this. So to me, that's my biggest concern is that you now have to prep like young children. Like, look, you're gonna log on one day and you're gonna see some dark shit that you're not ready to see.
Black.com.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Black.com is a little wholesome. They're
That's when you know you've seen some shit.
It's nice.
they're very confident. The aftercare is there. You can feel the passion.
By the way, that's the thumbnail of this clip.
If
Now Black's raw on you.
I can that my daughter has the respect that these actors on Tushy are receiving.
Well,
You know what?
the other thing is that like our generation has seen more shit. Like just because of the internet, I've seen beheadings that I know like generations,
Yeah.
like crazy ass.
Well, whenever they're
people
when
dying.
So do you think that like desensitizes them in
Oh, yeah.
some ways?
Yeah.
I would say that's culturally different too, because if you go to other countries, some countries put beheadings on television. Like it's not.
You didn't just see him. You like held me down while you did it, and he just fucking.
I felt it as a
But my argument with that is it's not that they're putting it on TV. They can't escape it. That's their life.
No.
It's very different out here.
people, hold on, people.
That's the real part.
Yeah.
So it's different, I guess, when you have
It's kind of like
a little white girl who's like, oh, blah, 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 flowers and pussycats and.
Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, whenever there's information, and I'll let you go, Chad, but whenever there's freedom of information, people get freaked out, especially older generations.
fucking coaster.
This is not even a real table, but if there's ever freedom of information, look at how freaked out the Catholics got. And this is kind of a
Another
different idea, but look how freaked out the Catholics got in the Middle Ages when Protestantism was like, you can read the Bible now because people were able to read, and Catholics are like, nope, if you want to read the Bible, you have to be a priest, and that was one of the main breaking off points between what Martin Luther King, not Jr., but Martin Luther King said when he nailed the Martin Luther, yeah, King Jr.
There's no King.
Wait, which one?
wasn't
But no. Because the Catholics got freaked out because they were like, oh, people are going to start reading the Bible and be like, oh shit, they're not just going to listen to whatever we tell them anymore. And I think a lot of this stuff that, especially coming from the Boomer generation, as Shout had mentioned before, it's just that there's so much free information out there now, and it just freaks people out.
Isn't that good?
It's good. I think it's really
you need
good.
to learn. You need to
Even
educate
the
them
beginnings?
on
Critical
how to
thinking.
filter exactly because
Yeah.
like they'll see something that we understand as like a fake meme or something. People just put text on a picture, and now all these boomers are believing it, and they're like, "Yo, this is true." And like,
Well, see, we're
if I put
talking-
my iPhone in the microwave, it'll charge.
But
Like,
now we're talking about things in like worst possible scenarios.
Does it work for an
this is
Android?
like
I tend to be
everyday.
an optimist,
No,
and I
this is
tend to
normal.
think.
No, this is like everyday
People could
thing.
get like little kids saw some shit.
That,
like,
what was that
young,
thing
they
that
could
was
get
telling kids to like
traumatized.
kill themselves
Yeah,
and all that
this
shit?
was terrible.
That was terrifying.
Inside of
Yeah.
like the Peppa Pig videos, it's the what the hell was
I don't know the name. I like put it out of my head. It was like
MoMA?
Oh, the weird-
I told you
Momo?
about this.
Yeah. MoMA?
Where they, now they all of a sudden it's like, hey, if you don't text this number, we're gonna kill your parents.
Right.
Yeah, it's like go turn on all your gas.
Yeah, but then it
and all
came
that
on
stuff.
to emails too. When emails first came out, I was like, I'm gonna endure and print. I just think like you can't fight progress, and people.
But that's what
It's a
that was
critical
my-
thinking thing.
My point is that it's impossible to shield
Yeah.
children who are not prepared
You
to
need
see
to train
that
them
from
yeah,
it.
to be
It's
ready for
like
that
you
shit.
have
Don't
to.
trust
So wouldn't it be better to have them embrace that and teach them how to deal
Just
with
show
that?
your kid porn.
No, it's just making
But
them
it's
aware.
like when we were kids, they taught us, hey, don't talk to strangers. It's
Yeah.
like if you see something like this, like, you have to
Yeah,
talk
don't talk to
me.
strangers.
Yeah.
Not,
about
hey,
educating.
strangers don't exist. I'm not going to expose you to strangers.
that's
No, you
true.
have to know strangers exist, and you don't have to handle it.
No, if my kid figured out how to use a VPN to watch porn at a young age, I would be proud.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I mean,
this kid's gonna do
Put
things
that on
in life.
Tinder.
Yeah. This
if my
kid's gonna
kid-
he's gonna be smart.
But that's kind of my point, which is we're going all the way to the worst case scenario, and we're ignoring the potential best case scenarios, which is, hey, maybe he finds out classical music exists because of the internet, because no one's teaching them that in school. I'm not teaching them that at home.
So I think we're all saying the same thing, and that's just putting out the forms of
I
education.
think we all agree. It just requires critical thinking. That needs to be the,
We're not saying take away
the
the
foundation.
And
Yeah.
sometimes
Nobody's saying
that's
take away the
difficult
phones.
to import on an 8-year-old.
Oh, I agree. And even people who may not.
She's like, I've tried.
I just finally married a 20-year-old like a normal person.
You're a normal person.
I don't know how you
Pretty
do it.
normal. Believe it or not.
Wait, she was 20.
In some countries, they show beheadings.
Anyone mad?
Oh, when you met.
We're the same age.
You're so fucked.
You're
So
We're
fucked.
probably one of those small.
Oh, nope, it's on camera. It's on camera.
Lice-filled hat.
Hey, give me that back.
No.
All right.
Sit
So
there
that
with
hair
bad
is not
hair.
prepped for a camera. Can we get some
Yeah.
product in here? Like,
All right. Next subject.
when's the last time you combed?
Yeah, any other final thoughts before we move on?
Yeah.
Canadian?
So I guess we all agree.
It's Europe.
Every 11-month-old
You
should get-
racist.
Europe. I barely know her.
I've been debating when to try to
Fisher
give
Price.
my child a smartphone.
Actually, yeah, that's a great point, because I didn't realize how major this shit was until I was in a car with this lady with a child who was like,
She was crying. She was in the back.
she was like,
So you were just in a car with a lady and her child?
Please let me out. Please let me out.
if you want the full story, she was driving.
Hey,
me
Slim,
to
I wrote
a
you, but you still ain't calling.
hospitalization In the middle of medical school. But besides all the details, the point was we were making small talk in the car, and she
Kinda
said,
worse,
"Hey,
to be
my kid is a 5th grader,
And he has so much to live for.
Please let me out.
Please just let him out, if not me. Just let him
You
live.
want to be famous, don't you?
This was before I had a
That
mustache.
gave me the hiccups.
Please just let him live.
Well, don't repeat it. It was funny the first time.
It's such a fucking
Don't push it.
sketch.
Don't push it.
My point is,
Look
she
at
said-
him. Look at him.
Yeah. My point is, she said her 5th grade daughter has
Yo,
her
can we
own
cut?
cell
I
phone
gotta get these under
and
control.
her own email address, which is scary. I didn't get my first email address.
What? Did you know the email was invented at RPI?
Back in my day, we had a family email address, and everybody wrote us letters to each other.
Back in my day, every dude's had 69
So,
in their email.
God was like, so what's your daughter's email address? She's like, she's 8. But yeah, she's probably got one though, right?
That's my target audience.
Yeah, tell me to subscribe.
So, is she on Gmail or what's up?
Oh, God.
You creep.
Why did I even bring that up?
Yeah, we're wondering the same fucking thing. This is like a confession for you?
Yeah, I hope
Stop stepping on my toes. What the fuck?
I don't even feel your toes. They're so
I know, because
tiny.
you're crushing them with your fucking boots.
Yeah, they're not even like sneakers.
No, they're like
He's
Fila
like, he's not just
leathers.
like gently stepping, like he's grinding them down, like laughing.
And the thing is, you know it's on purpose.
Oh, I know. It makes you taller.
No, I mean for you stepping on them.
Oh, yeah, that too. It's a little message.
It's a metaphor.
It's like peeing on them like a dog.
I hate white people.
You pee on dogs?
Damn.
So your daughter has an email?
We will segue that into the next topic. Hating white people. Okay, no. I'm gonna cut this.
That was like our best segment. We're gonna cut that. That was hilarious.
Oh, that was great.
You talking about
4-0?
running around
Come
with
on,
the
son.
kid and the daughter?